think we got that figured out. All right. I need the... There you are. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's see. We're back over here. Okay, so I need to figure that one out. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Hello and welcome. Yeah, I don't really have anything planned today, so just gonna start with like warming up, doing some face emote things. So, I don't know, feel free to contribute any way you feel. I don't know why that cut out on me like that. Let's see. I feel like this is a little too thick. Where's that? Yeah. That's not too bad for a start. Oop. Except I want it on this layer. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of working, warming up. Let's see. It's always interesting doing closed eyes. I don't know if anyone else really has a struggle on that one, because like you still want to show, oh, I feel like I still want to show that like there's an eye shape. Sometimes that looks weird. I don't know. I absolutely love it when Photoshop gives me the %, opacity out of nowhere. That's always super fun. Let's do. Let's see. Something kind of like that. So I'm working on this guy. Let's see. Um, no, I don't like that. That's probably the best. Photoshop would be cool. There we go. It's a little bit better. And not at all. Okay. Knock this back on. So kind of like sleeping, dreaming of food, I guess, would probably be the best. So actually, like the eyes would probably, because he's happy and whatnot, be kind of tilted upward. Not quite like that. Something a little bit. Again, Photoshop doing what it wants with my pressure is awesome. Let's see. I mean, that kind of looks like this dude. Getting that feel. Yeah. And again, these are just warm-ups, so I'm not really gonna worry about making it look super nice. Just gonna hit this real quick like that. And let's see, let's actually probably should have made it a little bit thinner for that bit, but you know. Let's hit that real quick. Let's do this. Because he's edgy dude dreaming about food. That's too much. It looks weird. That's a little bit better, I guess. Make that a little larger. So let's give him that bottom lip. And yeah. Ditch all of the easy to get lines here. Okay. That. We're gonna just give them little bit. Can you erase this back? Gonna go up there. All right. So yeah, we'll say his natural hair is kind of a dark color, and then we've got this lighter, crazier hairdo going on top. Kind of lighten it up like that. It's a nice thing about this brush that I like. So his face is a little. Nope. I don't want that. Oh. Slide that up. Pull it out a little bit. That's a little bit better. Cool. So that's 1H. All right. Bust out a new one. And hide that one. Let's see. Let's go over here real quick. Don't want that on. There we go. So there's probably a little bit of echo going on. I apologize for that if you were hearing that. Started streaming on a new platform and it wouldn't let me like mute before I started doing it. Anyway, so I'm on like 6 different platforms now all at the same time, so that's kind of fun. Reach as many people as possible, I guess. Let's see. I need to work on, because I keep making the face a little long, I feel like, so let's shorten this one up a little. I think that's probably a little bit better. Eyeline, nose, mouth. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Should I? Does anyone have any suggestions on which face I should do? If you do, feel free to put that in the chat. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll just kind of keep going with random ones that I want. I think might be cool. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, there's, I guess C would be like, or B? I don't know. There's not really like a scared like line in this. Like there's like all the happy, like sad, angry, surprised, I guess. Yeah. I guess I'll try D5 or however you want to say that. this guy. Actually, let's drop that down to like there. And fix that out. It's kind of interesting that like certain like mouths read better than like others for emotions, like certain emotions. Like I don't know, it's an interesting thing to me. Okay, so let's put that right there. And one thing that's interesting I find is even if you don't like have a character with like really big eyes, like all these are done with that comic kind of eye, so it's different. Like you get really good like emotion out of that by like chopping that top bit and stuff. But even if you have someone with eyes that are like super thin and like not quite as like animated as that, you can still get a lot of these emotions just by like at least like the surprise and stuff, by like bringing the pupil more in and like raising an eyebrow up and stuff. Let's okay, like kind of like that. Like this guy, like he's looking down here obviously, but like he's kind of like surprised. I don't know, it's interesting to me at least. I don't know, because like right here, like adding that whole iris kind of really puts it into that like more of a D5. Or was I trying to do D4? I think I was, no, I don't know, whatever. Either way. And yeah, so like something like that. Get rid of that. And there's so many different ways to do noses, it's crazy. Like you can do that. That kind of gives you, actually I want this to be up. Like in shock. And bring it down. Kind of like that, something like that. If you want to see some really cool, like really good stuff, and you like D&D, there's Pub Draw with Babs Tar. She's amazing. I love watching that. They just got season 2 started, and they give away Wacom tablets. Wacom tablets. Yeah, Wacom tablets. Every week. Because they're sponsored by Wacom. Wacom. Boom. So that's crazy. They give away like on stream, and they also give away one to someone who like submits the drawing from that week as well. And it's it's pretty awesome. And it's not like the regular graphics tablet, it's a legit like display tablet too. It's pretty cool that they do that. And it's pretty awesome of like Wacom to like partner with them and do that too, which is awesome. Let's see. Yes. So got that one. Let's do. So let's put here in. Get that down. There we go. Like some fancy dude who just saw our last edgy character. Like, oh, I'm scared of it. Edgy things scare me. I don't know. It's it's whatever. Let's see. I'm actually like I'm pretty happy with the way my hair is going today. Again, watching Pub Drop with Babs Tar and Marisha May, super helpful, and it kind of like helped inform my hair a little bit on the last episode that I watched, so that's fun. I need to catch up so that I can actually try and get into the drawing for the tablets too, because I'm behind. I want to catch up before I jump on trying to get a tablet, but you know, it is only available in the US and Canada, but not Quebec. So in case you were wondering, if you're international, it's not really that kind of sucks, but can't help everyone, unfortunately. I'd say this one's not too bad. Here, erase out some of that. And yeah, big thing, hair does not sit right on the head. Something that took me like a long time to kind of figure out. And if you know that, kudos, you're way ahead of where I was. But yeah, like something you learn at some point is that hair does not sit directly on the head. So like my headline is like down here and there's some hair over that. That's kind of the idea. I don't know. If you didn't know, now you know. So yeah, another quick little warm up, and yeah, not too bad. I changed the mouth a little bit because we're doing D5 and he doesn't have his mouth open. It's a little bit more like D4 with the mouth, but yeah. So that's fun. I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty good warm-up though. Not sure what I should do. Delicious coffee. Okay. So let's let's see. This I should customize my workspace. Honestly, it's not very helpful at the way it's set up. Let's see. Okay, so just did Kim Possible fan art piece. I might need to change the nib on this. Looking at it now. You know what might be fun is, let's see, what if we do, click this, grab this. No. Oh, I can't do that. Whatever. Just move this up. Okay. Back to the brush. Let's see. Let's do. Tiny little. What if we do? I don't remember how long his tail is, honestly. If we do naked mole rat, little Rufus. Yeah, that doesn't look quite right. I need to grab it real quick. Images. Oh wow, I forgot they did a live action version of Kim Possible. That is weird looking. All right. Okay, so we've got, she does have a pretty long tail then. That's not out of the question. Okay, so I need to figure out real quick what I want him to be doing. Okay. Might just do like a burrito thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I got like the general idea going. It's got like a. It's getting like a kickback. Let's do this. And we'll give him arm around the burrito. This is about the size of a burrito. Let's see, on the other hand, man, it makes you look really bad when you've got the Photoshop like randomly deciding to put lines on your stuff, like hard lines. Okay, so, and then let's see, let's just wrap that tail around, kind of like that maybe. I don't know, let's see, let's put, so this looks like a hot mess right now. Like real bad. So I am going to, let's get rid of this one. We can hide that now, don't need that. Since I've kind of committed to, I feel like I've committed to this idea, where he's kind of like hugging the burrito. Let's move to a better pencil. Oop, don't do that. Whatever that was, don't do that. Alright, so let's see, Rufus is, his head is kind of got that. You know what, let's bump this up a little bit. I want to just, yeah, there we go. And we will worry about like thinning stuff down and whatnot later. So one of the things I want is I want this leg to kind of come up over. Just kicking back, you know. So I've got like this field there. And he's got his hand across right here. Don't know exactly what. I need to double check and see like what his hand looks like too, because I forget. Okay, so we've got, let's call that the burrito. Like that, we'll just kind of give it that. And then we will have like that comical like bite out of the something kind of like that, maybe. Let's see. Then we've got this arm is going to wrap around. something like that. His tail is going to come around. And I want that like overlap there. So boom. I think we're getting somewhere with that. I think that's it's looking like something, I guess, now, as opposed to not looking like something earlier. He always has that like smirk. That naked mole rat smirk. I don't know. Something kind of like that. I know he has whiskers. We'll worry about that in a minute. I need a actual like reference. Hold on. I need to pull one in. Okay, so he has like 5 little finger things. That's helpful. Slide this over. He has like beady eyes, so it's not too bad, not too difficult. He's got short legs. I don't know. I might need to adjust the way I've done the legs on this. I could fudge it though, like, cause sometimes those legs are like a little bit more pronounced. We'll see. Okay. Just put that on the desktop. Minimize that real quick. Sorry, up here. All right. Okay. So let's pop my stuff back up. There we go. Okay. So now I have a little bit of reference material. So legs aren't really going to work that way because they're kind of short. Like they're right there. And I'm drawing underneath it, so that's not going to help. So yeah. Something. So I could like kind of, let's see. Erase this real quick. Unnecessary. Okay. So his feet are going to be a little bit bigger. His legs are going to need to be a little bit shorter. I don't know if I could do that crossover thing with it, if it's going to have to be a little bit shorter like that. Let's erase that out since that arm is obviously going to go over it. I got the whiskers. Yeah, like I love that little upturned smirk he always seems to have. It's awesome. Got like, who doesn't love that naked mole rat? I mean, come on. I mean, actual naked mole rats are kind of freaky, but Rufus, I mean, come on. Come on. You gotta love Rufus. So, let's see, let's drop this to like 50. Let's ditch that first one. Pop a new layer in. Gonna shrink that down a bit. Alright, so let's see. So I might just do something, I don't know, maybe like that, and then since I can't really do what I was thinking, you know? One thing is interesting about Rufus is like he's always like really like just smooth. So like we got okay, just make it thank you. So it's got like one continuous line going all around him. It's kind of nuts. So, and then they change the size of his tail all the time too. Because like in some pictures it's like way longer than that, and that one's just super short. So I don't know, maybe instead of that long tail we can do this tail. Just bust that out like that. And then the burrito can be a little bit more I don't know. Got that burrito. I mean, that's kind of nice, just how simple that hand is. So you have three little bits to the hand there. Okay, something like that. Let's erase this bit, and we will put that. 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Something like that, I guess, would be kind of, yeah. Maybe let's do this. Yeah, that's a tough one, that little spot there. Okay, so that's like pretty much the way they do his face. Just like right over it. It's kind of crazy. Thing I always really liked about Rufus is like he's got this giant over-exaggerated buck teeth. And the mouth. The mouth was always awesome too. Like just how crazy they took it. Like, nope, not it. Tiny little nose. Okay, so then we've got just make black circles right now. We'll kind of whittle them down a little bit. We'll put in the little like highlights and stuff too. Something like that kind of there. We got this little whiskers. Let's put it there. Need to make this thinner, but you know, for now that works. Okay, so real quick, let's lasso that. We'll rotate it a touch and slide it over. That's better. Back to my brush. So one thing I want is, see if I want that like inside the burrito there. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's do, okay, so it's going to be like right there. There we go. Just kind of working out where his stomach would probably end up in this situation, which is about there, from what I'm gathering. Okay. We are getting closer and closer. I'm digging it. Oh, hey. Yeah, it is. Thank you. Glad you recognize it. That's good. He's hugging a burrito. I appreciate it. Thank you. Almost might be like, it's kind of weird because the leg kind of looks like it's his stomach, and it's not. So that could be an issue. Something like that for toes. Okay, so for this foot, there, something like that. I want that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see. That's good. I think everyone should do something, not necessarily draw, but they should everyone should do something where they make stuff that they enjoy. I think that's very important. That's good. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm way more comfortable in like traditional medium, pencil, paper, pen, that kind of stuff. I paint a little bit, but not so much. Um, but yeah, I've always found it um, difficult. That's why I started doing this stream in the first place, just to like help myself improve my digital work. So I've come a long way since I've started, I feel like, and every piece gets a little bit better. And that's the important thing, is I get a little bit better. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we got, okay, that tail does not look right when everything else is gone, so we need to fix that. That does, yeah. That's not the right. Let's see. Let's slide the, okay, so because it's gonna be coming out and like around, probably about like right there. So yeah, let's do that. Like that. There we go. I feel like that's slightly better. Oh yeah. I can't. What is going on? That was weird. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely, you have to get used to stuff on digital. I definitely don't make a perfect circle. That's 100% for sure. But that's part of the thing, is learning how you work digitally versus how you work in your traditional medium. That needs to bow. So like I like going, and I do a little bit more like line sculpting in my digital stuff. Than I do in my like traditional work. I'm a little bit more final with my lines in my traditional style. Okay. Let's see. I will check that out. Oh. Yeah. That's hard, man. Drawing without reference is not easy. Like, I didn't use reference for this, but except for like this picture to like know what like proportions and stuff he should have. Other than that, I did not use reference on this piece, but reference helps a lot for sure. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. That's not bad. Your like anatomy and stuff is good. I'm impressed that you didn't use any references for those. That's difficult. Let's see. Color that bit in there. Okay. But yeah, that's super impressive. Good job, man. Like I said, I use references on a lot of stuff. because it's easier. It just is. It's way, way easier to use a reference for a pose or something like that. Without a stabilizer, yeah, it's, I mean, I don't use a stabilizer. I've messed with it. It feels weird to me when you like doing that long, like weird strokes. It's interesting. It's not something I'm super comfortable with for sure. I prefer just to like sculpt my lines if I need to. I mean, yeah, like I can definitely like pop something out in Illustrator with like a pen tool, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I didn't really use Illustrator all that much for art though. I use it for design, but not so much art stuff. Which is kind of funny because, you know, like you don't really edit photos so much. Like typically your typical user isn't editing photos in Photoshop. They're drawing in Photoshop and they're designing in Illustrator, and then like just setting up books and stuff in InDesign, which, like, I mean, the names don't match what you're trying to do. It's really funny. So like my initial line I did in like one swoop on this, but now I need to darken it up a little bit, so I'm going back and like sculpting that line as opposed to just going through, because this is a pressure sensitive brush. It's not a shape changing pressure brush, it's strictly opacity. So like when I want to change the line width, I either have to change the size of the brush or go in and erase parts that I've worked on already. Go back. Sometimes Photoshop likes to just automatically put like a hard line down. Sometimes it'll actually work the way it's supposed to, but you never know. Fun of Photoshop and streaming at the same time. More likely you're going to get those solid lines. All right. I think Rufus is looking pretty good. I'm not sure where I'm gonna have him, like what's gonna be in the background. Real quick, let's pop a new layer in there though. Make him a little margarita. Or something, I don't know. Got a bunch of that. Now it's just for now we'll just put him like on a table or something. Something easy. Just erase that out. Yeah, and I just finished up a Kim Possible fan art piece. I mean, this is also technically a Kim Possible fan art piece. But here we go. This one's Rufus. The other one was actually Kim. So if you want to check that out, my Instagram or my Twitter, same name as right here, whatever you're on. Zann20. It's a 0. And I don't know, depends on where you are, I guess, but that information should be somewhere on my page. I know it's on most of them. Okay. Shrink that down a little bit. All right. Bump that back up. They're about the same size now. Okay. Let's cut that. Not that much. And that one. Then down that line on the teeth there. Okay, that's the. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Boom, 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 boom. Try to clean up this mess outside. It's kind of smudgy looking. All right. The only thing that's kind of I don't love about erasing with this brush, and I should change it, but I also like that it helps blend it a little easier. Because it kind of leaves that like smudge look on stuff if the opacity doesn't work right. But these are all learning things, really. Clean this up. Okay, there we go. It's looking pretty good now, I feel like. Okay. So we've got Rufus going, eating his burrito, hanging out, chilling. I think he's looking really nice. Some weird smudgy bits around the eyes, but again, just go in, we kind of erase those out. Let's shrink this down a little bit here. A bit of a touch. I need that to be smoother looking, and I don't know why it's not really smooth. Hey. So the one's kind of coming off side, and then the other one not so much. Maybe a little bit. Do that. That's not too bad. Round that out. Okay, erase that back. Yeah, we'll just shrink it down. Something kind of like that. Alright. He's looking really good. I think he's looking pretty sweet. Okay. Knock that back. Alright. Alright. No, I want to erase that bit back. Erase that bit back. That bit. There we go. Thin those up a little bit. Okay. Knock out his whiskers there. I think it's going pretty darn well. There we go. Okay, so I think he's looking real nice. So some slight smudgy bits need to be cleaned up, but so far so good. I feel like he's really kind of coming along. Shorten the tail a little bit so it's more accurate-ish to that. Before I had it quite a bit longer. So now just kind of cleaning stuff up. I feel like this is not too terribly bad for line work that I've been doing lately. My digital work, like I said, not the greatest, but it has been improving, and that's what I'm focused on. It's just improving, not perfection, because that's just never gonna happen. Let me just say that right now. So if anyone's discouraged about their line work or anything like that, just know, no matter what you do, there's always going to be something wrong with what you're doing. So it's really just a matter of figuring out like what's good about what you're doing, how you improved. I think that's the most important stuff, is like how I improved on the last thing, how I'm going to improve this time. I think that's the key to being at least a little bit happier with what you're doing. Maybe not ecstatic about what you're doing, but happier. All right, so I'm gonna call it, I think, for today. Yeah, cool. Okay, so this real quick, I want to make sure that doesn't look like his neck, because it is not his neck. So we need to bring that in a little bit more. There we go. That's something gotta watch out for. Tangents, places where like people will kind of get hung up because of the way things meet up, like this right here, kind of a tangent. We can fix that by doing that, so it's less obvious, less obnoxious. Let's bring that up again. That's an example right there. I think we're doing pretty darn good. I might fix it up a little bit next time, but it's definitely headed in the right direction, and I hope you guys stop in next time. I love hanging out, drawing, chatting with people. It's exciting. I think it's important, like I said, to just be a part of this. Like, it's much more fun when I get to talk to people. But again, it's all about improving for me. So hopefully, you know, I improve a little bit every time. Probably not every time, but you know, every other time or so. You never know. But Rufus, right here, line work almost done. Definitely not the cleanest line work in the world, like I said, but it's a step in the right direction. We've got something going on. Oh, thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's awesome. And hopefully I'll see you next time, which would be Monday. I stream Mondays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is about an hour and 19 minutes before right now, wherever you are. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think, I don't know why it does that now. That's very weird. Okay, anyway, so here's our progress. Started from, real quick. Nope, not that one. Started even worse. Started here, and we managed to get all the way to there just today. So in a little, probably like less than an hour, I would say. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate everyone stopping in, and I hope you come back. Tell your friends, your family, if they like art. I'm here Mondays, Thursdays, 11 a.m. Pacific time. You could also follow me on my social media, at Zann20 on pretty much everything except for DeviantArt. DeviantArt I need to change my name on because it was made in high school. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, I hope. So till then, later.